Hey, Facebook family, Dr. Mac here. Haven't been on live in a while, but of course I get excited around this time of the month because it's time for the pretty pop-up talks. And last month was really interesting. Thank you so much again to the Velvet Lounge for allowing us to use your space. Thank you so much for that signature drink. Those signature drinks are getting lighter and stronger, but I think that our location this time for this month is going to top it because they're giving us an entire happy hour for the talk. I don't know if that's good or bad, but still looking forward to it. Anyway, last month's topic was about the 70% of African American women being single and 46% of us being divorced, and the conversation did become really passionate and intense. I really think we helped out a few single women. I think that we got to a place where we were being open and transparent and honest about some of the things that we do that keep us single, because sometimes the hardest thing to do is be accountable for the role that you play in being a single black woman, whether it is our history, whether it's the anger, whether it's the faces that we make when we step into a bar, whether it's being upset that he approached you saying, "Hey, sweetheart," when that's what he calls his mom and his aunt, but you took it as disrespect and you missed out on possible relationship. Anywho, this month's topic I'm not going to unveil yet, but I was reading some research that was very interesting to me and I wanted to share it with you guys. I was reading the research of Lisa Diamond, who is a professor of psychology as well as gender studies at the University of Utah, and she did research for about 10 years and in 2008 coined the phrase sexual fluidity. She coined that phrase based on her research of nearly 100 women who identified as lesbian. And over the course of the 10-year studies, 2/3 of those participants began to state that they had serious desires and serious fantasies about wanting to be with men. And at the conclusion of her research, she based this phrase off the fact that many women base their sexual experiences off of feelings, chemistry, emotions, as opposed to being gender specific. And of course, the more politically correct thing, or the more politically correct way to identify yourself, is one side or the other. And in some cases, both ways. But I feel like we're leaning towards a more sexually fluid society because society is becoming more accepting. And her research was one of the catapults of the term. At this day and age, they do say that 1 in 3 women have had sexual experiences with other women or identify as sexually fluid. And that pretty much means that they are more attracted to the person as opposed to the gender. So what does that mean for you? What does that mean for us? Is that a problem? Is that honest? Is that realistic? Do you agree with that? I definitely agree with Lisa Diamond and her research. I definitely agree with the 100 participants that were honest enough to say, hey, for years I've been identifying as lesbian, but I have sexual desires for men and I refuse to identify. So as I work with students and I work with classes and I work with other women, it's very interesting the type of judgment and the type of pressure that is put on us to adhere to labels and to pick a side, where according to Lisa Diamond, you don't have to pick a side. You're sexually fluid. Hope to talk to you guys really soon. Hope I gave you something to bring up when you're watching the game tonight or next time you have girls night. Ask them, do you really believe that Dr. Mac said that you can be sexually fluid? I don't know. Talk to you soon. Have a pretty day.